So what is low morale? It's something we hear quite often during these challenging times, whether we're talking about COVID or polarizing political comments or just in general people feeling in a negative mood. Low morale is something that we hear quite often. Now, there's this organization called BizFluent, and they're a real organization, and they talk about the fact that low morale actually breeds a lack of productivity. It actually sort of kills inspiration and creativity that's going on in our school. So it's something that we need to be able to talk about. And I experienced this too when I was a school principal. When we were dealing with budget cuts and school consolidations and a lot of accountability on the part of the state or the region, a lot of the teachers used to come to me and say, "Peter, we have low morale." But one of the things that I noticed is every time somebody says we have low morale, it makes it seem like it's the fault of the principal or the principal needs to do something about it. No, I understand that as a school building leader, we set the tone, we set the climate. And I certainly worked for principals that set a positive climate and others that set a negative one. However, we're all responsible for morale. I heard a statement a long time ago, I'm 100% responsible for my 50%. And that's what's really important, because every time we have a negative conversation about a student or a parent in the faculty room or out in the parking lot, that contributes to low morale. Every time we say something positive about students and parents and colleagues, that's going to contribute to a positive morale. So one of the things that I did as a school principal that worked really, really well, and it was very easy, is that at my principal's advisory council, I actually took out chart paper. And when everybody came into the meeting, I'd asked the two co-chairs if I could take over the meeting, handed everybody markers. And I said, I want you to write every reason that you think contributes to low morale. And they were kind of shocked, and they asked me if I was going to leave the room. I'm like, I'm not going to leave the room. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So they started to write a lot of reasons. We're talking 3 pages, and they kind of hurt my feelings. So after that, what I did was I gave them all 3 stickers, and I asked them to vote. Vote for the thing that you think contributes the most to low morale. When it came down to it, the one thing that had the most votes was this idea that they didn't feel like they had a voice in their own learning. And that's when I started to flip my faculty meetings. I did another video short on that as well. So here's the thing. When people say that we have low morale, it's not something you ignore. It's actually something that you need to be able to take on. Because when people say low morale, we need to understand, what does that mean and what can we all do about it? It's not up to one person, it's up to all of us.